Good morning, everyone. It's time once again for inspiration for today. I don't know if that applause from our audience was deserved or not, but I accept it, and that's fun. I'm so glad you all are here. And I want to invite the audience that's watching, come on down. We film on Tuesday mornings, and we'd love to have you. Just email us at getinspirationfortoday@gmail.com. That will be on the bottom of your screen. Let us know you'd like to come down. By the way, if you have any prayer requests or needs, also use that same email. So let us know. And we have a team of people ready to pray for you. Well, today is Music Monday, and before we have our wonderful singer Moqi's back again this week, but let me give you the verse for today, okay? And it comes from the book of 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. The ears of the Lord are attentive to their prayers. And the reason why I wanted us to get that one today is that, sometimes do you ever wonder if, like, you pray and it almost feels like your prayers are just bouncing off the ceiling, that no one's listening or no one's answering? And that's just not true. And so Moqui has that in her song, and this is our verse that verifies that the Lord is listening to your prayer. Moqui, come on out. Good to have you again this morning, Moqui. It's so great to have you, sweetie.
Thank you
I'm
so
so
much.
glad you're here.
Good to be here again.
Moqui Lund is, I don't even think I gave your last name last week.
Oh, you could have.
I can't remember. That was last week.
Oh, yeah,
This is this week.
This is another.
Well, it's so good to have you here. And as we were talking about you coming on the show, I asked you to give me a couple songs that you would like to sing. And you chose last week In the Garden. This week, it's
I Believe.
I
Yes.
Believe. Why did you choose that song?
Because that's where my faith is. I believe that all things are possible with God. Yeah.
This was one of Elvis Presley's favorite songs too. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I know that there's the other part of it where only believe, only believe.
Yeah.
All things are possible if you only believe.
Why don't you go ahead and bless us with this song?
I would love to. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come and lead the way. I believe, I believe, I believe above the storm, the smallest prayer will still be heard. Yes, I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know I believe.
I don't know why I mentioned Elvis, because you outdid him by far.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. I mean, oh my goodness. I don't know what to say. I did print out the lyrics to the song because there's such significance in these lyrics. And I know they're not inspired of God like the scripture, but that doesn't mean they're not true.
That's true.
They are true.
Mhm.
So, has prayer played a part in your life, or actually, I want to. So you were born and raised in
I
Virginia.
grew up in Virginia, Portsmouth, Virginia. I'm one of 9 children.
Is that right?
2 boys, 7 girls.
Which number were you?
I'm the oldest.
So you were number one.
The very first one.
Was it downhill from there?
Well,
No, no. Not the
actually,
brothers and sisters aren't going to say
let
that.
me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, my grandmother was one of 10 children,
Mm.
and she was the only girl.
Isn't
So,
that something?
but I loved her stories of the big families, and I'm sure you have them
Oh, yeah.
also.
Yeah. With 7 girls and 2 boys. I mean, we were all waiting for that brother to come
Wow.
along, and we finally did get the 2 boys. But
Was the brother the eighth?
well, let's see.
Oh, well.
Myron was the 4th, 5th.
Oh,
He was
okay.
number 5.
You
know,
were
we
waiting.
call each other number 1. Hello,
Okay.
number 1. Hi,
Good.
number 2.
So, and I asked you about your faith, but you were saying that a lot of these lyrics, it became even more meaningful after you moved out, and actually our church has played
Absolutely.
a role in your
In
spiritual
my
journey.
spiritual journey. It's,
Why? Or what do you?
for a while, I was detached from the church. When you move away from the church that you've been going to for years, and then you move to a new community, and then you're looking for something. And I happened to meet some amazing people who introduced me to Saddleback. And it's just been wonderful. The small group, I've never, ever gone to a small group before in my life. And this, with the small group, the ladies
Oh,
have been so instrumental.
so they really became your friends
Mhm.
too,
Oh, absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
support system.
Mhm.
I know. I talk a lot about small groups, and for those of you, if you're not in a church, you might not even have heard this term. But basically, it's a small group of Christians that
Mhm.
gather together typically once a week,
Mhm.
just share their lives, pray for each other, and that. And if you'd be, Laguna Woods, if you'd be interested in that, or wherever you are, we have over 80 of those small groups in Laguna Woods itself. So people can find one themselves, and we'd
Oh,
love to
yeah.
help them do that. But this has been a blessing to you, and that
Oh,
brought, yeah,
and I tell you, I'm going to tell you, the congregation, the people in Laguna Woods are absolutely, I mean, the church has
yeah,
just blessed me, made me
yeah.
feel loved and wanted and, just appreciated.
And I say this often, and so Moqui is talking about Saddleback,
Well, you
Laguna
know what
Woods.
I mean,
Yeah, I know
Laguna
you.
Woods.
But I always say, because in fact, next week we're having a pastor of another church on sitting in your chair,
Oh, my.
because we are a very, very good church, but there are other good churches.
Yeah.
And I always just encourage people, find one where you can be appreciated and loved, and you get excited about going to that church if it is.
Mhm. It's wonderful to be in
Because that's what you're saying.
right, in
Yeah.
a community that's Bible based.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the important thing.
And so,
Mhm.
Moqui, I really thank you for bringing that point home to us. Some of these things in these verses are, I hear a newborn baby cry.
Yes.
I wish people would really think that through. What
Mhm.
causes the life in that
Yes.
newborn
That
baby?
first breath, when you
Yeah.
hear your child, I'm a mother, I have 2 daughters, and the first time I heard my daughter cry,
Oh,
it was just so, it was just, you wonder about the miracle of life.
it is a miracle.
You just,
You can't.
yes, it's,
I'm so sad that so often we take
mhm,
that even
mhm,
for granted.
mhm.
Well, Moqui, you've been a real inspiration to me and our audience
Well, you've all been
today,
inspirational
and
to me.
I know to Laguna Woods also. I know you have been. That gives you a song you guys can sing all day long.
Yeah.
That'll work great. Until tomorrow, though, may you have a blessed day. Walk closely with the Lord this day and think about Him. See you tomorrow.